We have seen significant uptick in outbound cross-border M&A from Japanese companies. If you look at the numbers, outbound deals make up over 60% of the total volume, which is significant. There are a number of drivers moving the needle on the outbound M&A. The biggest reason is the declining population and then shrinking economy. As you know, if the market is shrinking, then you have no growth in the domestic market. And then the companies, they have to go abroad to realize the growth. And the number two reason is companies across sectors are pursuing outbound acquisitions in order to acquire products, innovation, and market share to enhance the global competitiveness.
Yes, but the cause of inflation is similar to what we're seeing elsewhere. It's largely led by fuel prices and possibly the impact of the weaker yen flowing through on import prices. Obviously, these are not the healthy type of inflation that the BOJ wants to see in order for them to change their fundamental view towards the economy. It's interesting how Nakagawa mentioned that these factors were possibly going to impact the Japanese economy. However, whether that would be enough to obviously change any sort of policy outlook is still quite unclear at this point, I think.
We are in the IT industry. We are in the software industry. And the recent major trends were one, cloud is definitely one trend. So there are many kinds of cloud, including public cloud to private cloud. But that's one. The other one is device. Device has been diversified from just PC to smartphones and tablets, and so how you quickly respond to that? These trends will be really key to survive in this industry.
Masayoshi Son is born and raised in Japan. He left Japan to study in the US. He came back to Japan using the money from a patent that he sold of an electronic translator. He set up SoftBank in 1981 as a software distributor. His breakthrough deal came in 2000 when he invested $20 million in Alibaba just a year after the Chinese company was created.
To turn 20 million says, no, be more crazy.
And after the pandemic struck, it also showed the vulnerability of the Vision Fund with some of the major bets like Uber and Didi being hit. That led to SoftBank suffering its biggest ever annual loss.
But if you're
going to see another technical recession in Japan?
Well, this time I think we are not going to experience a recession. I think we might have a very small positive economic growth because while consumption is very weak, exports are doing okay and capex spending is doing okay.
Yeah, but you said, you talked about the sluggish consumption. So can all of that capex spending that you also mentioned offset that?
I'm thinking this way. Because the consumption is already very weak from January, and so we are having another weak consumption. So, we have a negative consumption growth, but probably, capex spending started to become very strongly, and it's turning from negative growth to the positive growth. So I think capex spending and export will manage to offset the sluggish consumption.